All right, YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button for more sports news. It's official. Mike Tomlin of the Pittsburgh Steelers has officially stepped down as head coach, and the Pittsburgh Steelers will be looking for a new head coach to guide their franchise. Now, we're going to get into my commentary. First, I'm going to read what Art Rooney has said about Mike Tomlin. Let's get into it. Art Rooney says, quote, "It's hard for me to put into words the level of respect and appreciation I have for Coach Tomlin. He guided the franchise to our 6th Super Bowl championship and made the playoffs 13 times during his tenure, including winning the AFC North 8 times in his career. His track record of never having a losing season in 19 years will likely never be duplicated. My family and I and everyone connected to the Steelers management are forever grateful for the passion and dedication Mike Tomlin has devoted to Steelers football." End quote. And that was the correct thing to speak on. Now, I'm going to get into my commentary about it. Now, I'm not taking away anything from Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin is an elite coach. He is a Hall of Fame coach. That is not to be mistaken for what I'm about to say. However, the media, because they like Mike Tomlin and because they have a relationship with Mike Tomlin, over the last several seasons, and I'll say maybe about 7 seasons, they didn't really want to tell the truth about the results his coaching has been giving. I'm not talking about how he coaches. I'm not talking about how he lifts his players up, how he squeezes absolute every piece of energy that he can out from his players to give to going into never having a losing season. However, the results have been nothing short of mediocre. And that is why the Pittsburgh Steelers have not been able to find a quarterback. That is why they've been stuck in the middle, not really being able to build up that offense the way they should have. Now, they've hit on certain pieces, but they have gotten rid of them. Antonio Brown was a head case, obviously what he's going on, so that wasn't going to work. George Pickens is an elite receiver, but I don't really necessarily know exactly what went on with him and his relationship there. But there were pieces that they hit on. They always had a solid defense, obviously TJ Watt, but it could be better, especially with Mike Tomlin being a defensive coach. That defense should have been better. But obviously the quarterback situation, now a lot of people say Mike Tomlin is not drafting the players, and yes, we understand that. He's not picking the players, he's not drafting the players, but after 19 seasons, never having a losing season, being as tenured as he is in Pittsburgh, I would say that Mike Tomlin's word has a little bit more sway than a lot of people are trying to let on. So just as much as the front office hasn't hit on a quarterback, Mike Tomlin is included in that, not hitting on a quarterback. They tried Kenny Pickett, it didn't work, but you have to try again. You have to try to make a trade. Obviously, they they signed Aaron Rodgers, but a move like that happened too late in his tenure as head coach. So the results are the issue. Like I said, I'm not taking away from him because Mike Tomlin has a 63% win percentage in his career. That's elite. We're not going to pretend that's not elite. He's won over 200 games in his NFL career as a head coach. He's not nothing to be played with when it comes to this coaching thing. But over the last several seasons, as you can see, it weighing on the Pittsburgh Steelers fans, they were not happy with the results that were being produced. And they were correct about that assumption. So let me know what you think about this Mike Tomlin stepping down from the Pittsburgh Steelers. Hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next story.